Hi Divine Feminines, welcome to today's message. If you're new to my channel, the reason why all the cards are laid out already like that is because I've already pulled all the cards, I've done the reading, I just record the summary of my readings after I'm finished with the reading, and I try to save you some time by doing so. So before I begin, I wanted to mention that there are some heavy energies going on this week. I'm already feeling it. Since yesterday I've been feeling pretty rough. Some planetary alignment, astrological events happening that you might be picking up on. So just try your best to stay calm, protect your energy, cleanse your energy. I do this little cleansing ceremony, this mini meditation I do to cleanse my energy, kind of. And try to stay strong, hold on. It's supposed to get better by the end of this week. So let's see what's going on with this Divine Masculine, what's happening, what's going on in his life. The card that I saw on the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling, and it later on fell out also, is the Frog card. It's about letting go of a burden, putting down a burden that we've been carrying for a while. And the first two cards I pulled were the Horse and the Octopus. So this Divine Masculine is setting himself free from the Karmic, putting down the burden of this Karmic cycle. He's regaining his freedom from the control of the Karmic, from having to hide his love for you, having to hide the love he has for you, from the Karmic, and from the world in general. He's receiving guidance, spiritual guidance, inner guidance, guidance from his higher self, and he's trusting this guidance now. He trusts that this guidance will lead him to this blessing, to something good. He's been going through a spiritual journey, a spiritual growth, self-transformation. As this Oyster card here tells me, he was doubting that he could get away from this. He had doubts that he could get away from this karmic relationship, get out of that karmic relationship. He was doubting whether that was even the right choice to get away from the karmic. He was doubting whether this happiness, this blessing with you was possible. But now he is trusting this guidance, and he trusts that it's going to lead him to that blessing. What I got a couple of keywords at this part of the reading. The keywords were patience, peace, balance, and strength. Let's start with patience. The Lamb card, the Lion card, the Camel, and the Oyster, all those four cards represent patience. He's been patiently protecting his deepest desire, holding on to his secrets, his feelings for you. And one of the reasons why he did that, as I mentioned, is because he was doubtful. He was doubting it, whether this was possible with you, this happiness, this blessing, and whether he could get out of this karmic relationship. The other reason is because he was very focused on this karmic relationship. He was very determined to make it work. Because for most of you, for most people who this message resonates with, this Divine Masculine has been married to the karmic. So he didn't just want to give up on that. Or if it wasn't a marriage, it was a long-term relationship that he worked hard on for a long time. He put a lot of time, energy, effort, work into it, and also money, because this card represents finances as well. So he was dedicated to this karmic relationship. He was very determined to try to make it work. That's why he wasn't taking action, wasn't pursuing his wish fulfillment. And yes, another thing I wanted to say about this lion here is that he was going through this hermit mode, as I said, this self-transformation, spiritual growth. He was doing a lot of thinking, observing things, because he wanted to be precise in his words and actions for when he was going to finally speak his truth and take action. And he wanted to make sure that he's doing the right thing and he's saying the right thing. So he had this incredible self-mastery, mastering his emotions, hiding his feelings from everyone, from you, from the karmic and everybody else, most likely. And the other keyword I mentioned was peace. Both the Lamb card, the Lion card, represents peace, and also the Camel card is about calmness. So this divine masculine is someone who doesn't like confrontation, tries to avoid conflict and confrontation at all cost. So he tried to avoid and delay this tower here because he wanted to keep the peace with the karmic. Also, strength and courage. He was these two cards are about strength, the buffalo and lion, and this card, the dragon, is about courage. So he was building up strength and courage to make this big decision and to take action. And balance. He was looking for balance. Both of these cards, buffalo and camel, are about balance. And this card is about balancing the ego as well. He was trying to find balance between what his ego wanted and what his heart wanted. Between his ego and his heart's true desire. But he knows himself, he sees his true self. What he truly desires is independence and freedom, where he doesn't have to hide his true feeling, his true desires from anyone. And as we all know, I don't know if you've tried to delay a tower try to avoid it from happening, but you can only do that for so long. They are eventually going to happen. So that's all that I wanted to add to that part of the reading. Let's move on to the second column. I've already talked about these cards, so let's jump to here to the Firefly and Earthworm. He's insecure about communicating his feelings to you, opening up his heart, revealing his true feelings, his heart's true desires to you. But he is going to do that after he puts down this burden and just lets go of this old karmic cycle. He's going to listen to his inner wisdom, inner voice, inner guidance, clairvoyance, and trust that it's going to lead him to a blessing, to good fortune, to this spiritual abundance coming in. And this card, the beaver on its side, again tells me, with the snake card, that this karmic relationship is something he's put a lot of work into. He worked on it for a long time, really hard. the beaver also tells me this, and it's on its side because yes, it's hard to let go of things that we put a lot of time and effort into, but he can't help but wonder, what if I just let this go, let this cycle end, and embrace this new beginning with the Divine Feminine. Come clean about my feelings to the Divine Feminine. What if I just give this twin flame reunion a chance? So he keeps wondering about what life would be like if he just opened up about his emotions to the Divine Feminine, revealed his true emotions to you, and gave this twin flame reunion a chance. And he's wondering whether that would lead to twin flame reunion, basically. This card represents inner conflict. He has this inner conflict regarding communication with the karmic, communicating with the karmic. He's conflicted whether he should continue stopping these feelings to come up from coming up to the surface, whether he should continue pushing these feelings down, keep fighting these feelings and just swim against the current, which is exhausting, or whether he should just express his desires, emotions, follow the spiritual guidance, come out of hiding, have this uncomfortable talk and speak his truth to the karmic, and just put down, let go of this baggage that he's been carrying, which is the feelings that he's been hiding, and just let this new beginning come in. As we can see here, the butterfly card is kind of a confirmation of the phoenix card, that this transformation is going to happen. He's going to come out of his cocoon, come out of hiding. He's going to listen to spiritual guidance, which will lead to fast movement regarding this karmic situation. These two cards also remind me of spiritual guidance. This is like the third eye chakra card. And you cannot spell unicorn without union. So this listening to the spiritual guidance and this fast movement is going to take him closer to union, to reunion. This Divine Masculine, what this hyena card told me about this Divine Masculine is that he's a people pleaser. And that's good for other people. But the problem with that is that he kind of forgets about what he truly desires. He kind of just pushes it in the background. Below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams that need to be realized. And he either hides his truths with humor, he uses humor to express his truths. I don't know if you know any people like that who feel like they cannot express themselves, how they really feel, so they just hide it in the form of a joke, but there's truth behind those jokes that they are saying. Or he's just very easygoing, always very cheerful, and hides his true feelings, masks things that he feels uncomfortable discussing. So I asked, is this Divine Masculine going to continue pleasing the karmic, pleasing others, and putting themselves first, putting others first before themselves? And the answer I got was this Eagle card, which is kind of like a confirmation of the Tower. Because what this eagle told me is that if this divine masculine keeps dilly-dallying too much longer and he doesn't have this conversation with the karmic, doesn't take action, then he will be soon thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of his transformation. Because this ego pushes us to be our best selves. It wants us to reach our highest potential. So that's kind of what the tower does, right? If we don't want to make the right step, the right move, eventually the tower will happen, and it will force us to take action. It will force us to let go of things that don't serve us anymore. So this divine masculine will have to have this talk and have to go through this transformation one way or another. And that's all I have for you. I just wanted to, at the end of the message here, I wanted to ask you guys to please say a prayer for protection and for peace in light of recent events, current events that are going on in Europe, at the doorstep of Europe. If you're in this phase of your twin flame journey, that you're watching videos like this, you're probably spiritual to a certain degree. But yes, it does matter. Help, do something if you can, but if you cannot, then at least pray, because that matters as well. There is power in numbers. The more people pray, when a lot of people pray regarding a matter that affects a larger group of people, then the seraphims, the highest rank of most powerful angels, will respond. They are the ones who are closest to God, and their energy, their power is just so overwhelming, so strong. I did want to say something about that at the end of my last video, but I was afraid that I would run out of storage, so I just kind of put something in the description box below my previous video. But yes, I definitely wanted to ask you to do that, because this is something that potentially can affect the whole planet. So if we can all pray for peace, that would be great. And hopefully these energies will lift up a little bit toward the end of the week, because they are really heavy right now. It's been rough since yesterday. So just hold on, stay strong. If a physical twin flame reunion hasn't happened for you yet, didn't happen for you in February, just remember, it doesn't mean that you didn't get closer in 5D to your divine counterpart. So just because you haven't seen any changes in the 3D world, that doesn't mean your connection didn't deepen and you didn't get closer. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.